Hello, 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 hello there. Fellow Final Fantasy fan here, and we got some possible good Final Fantasy news for us. Kind of depending on whether or not you are a true Final Fantasy believer in the fact that Final Fantasy X is by far one of the greatest Final Fantasy games to ever grace our eyes. And I know that there's quite a few of you, you know, who don't follow and don't believe that very, very true statement. And I apologize that your IQ isn't as high as the rest of us. Joking. Uh, Funnily enough, Final Fantasy X just, it just has a bad rap. It just has a bad rap. And I feel that more people deserve to truly experience the game without having to deal with the one scene being awkward in the game that it's infamously known for having. Just a laugh, and it's annoying. But us Final Fantasy X fans, we have a slim possibility of us getting yet another Final Fantasy X game in the making the game of the trilogy instead of a duet. So get yourself strapped in, a little locked in, set the beautiful like button, blaze for me, subscribe, and join the zebra. Gang, gang, gang. And let's take a look at what's going on with this whole Final Fantasy X shenanigans. Why don't we? First off, we have a full-on little outline, right? Right? Final Fantasy 10-3 outline already completed in Square Enix. Hence, it could become a reality at some point. Square Enix has suggested that Final Fantasy X-3, another game in the set, another game set in Final Fantasy X universe, following on from the events from both Final Fantasy X and X2, could happen one day. It looks like fans of Yuna, Titus, and the other Guardians, and to a lesser extent, Shu Yin and Lin, may soon have their prayers answered. All right, longtime Square Enix developer and Final Fantasy X character designer Tetsuya Nomura has said that the chances of there being a new Final Fantasy X sequel is not zero. If we are to make X3, we somehow have a synopsis written by Nejima-san and Nomura, said Nomura in an interview with Famitsu magazine, which was picked up by various Japanese blogs. It's sleeping right now, but the plot itself does exist, and that just brings me back to the like, I guess it was leaked. I don't know what you would call this. But the released images of Yuna and Titus apparently from the Final Fantasy X3 character concept work. And this looks sick. Yuna looks still adorable. She looks like she definitely went straight back to the initial. She looks more motherly, I should say. They seem like they probably ended up having kids. And then Titus seems like he kind of fully embraced good old Jecht and started brandishing a bandana like him. And that would be cool. That would be cool, I guess. But they both do also look very non-spiky. Very, very non-spiky, which I don't know how I feel, because I dig Yuna's Final Fantasy X2 design with her, emulating Titus's hair, and I just overall enjoyed Titus's hair and overall. But this is, I'll accept this. But I leave the door the door open to you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment room where you guys are in Supremo. Are you excited in any kind of way of the possibility of a Final Fantasy X3 happening? Let me know, because that's all that I got for you. Daddy's Zebra the best on YouTube. Signing the fuck off. Have yourselves a nice rest of your day and a nice juicy chickadee a goddamn cha. Oh boy, I certainly do hope that this ends up happening. Certainly do.